Mike 58, right there.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. 26 to the 50.
To throw is Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made. Here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
25 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check 13. Check 13. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run it with Jones. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it.
They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 26, Mike. 26.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Come on, baby.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up.
Bang, 6-6. Pull it high. Okay, over here.
Shit.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
26.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check. Go right. 61, matchbox, lights.
This is Jones. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard
Hey, wahoo!
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Slam.
2 draw quarter.
Check now.
You got 58.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check safety. Check safety.
You can get it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Packers.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
He was brought down by Buster Screen. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he's got room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Rodgers now on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
14-yard line. 319.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shift. Back.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Box it.
Now Rodgers toward the pylon, caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 52. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Trubisky will throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes and we'll be in great shape.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 62 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of two ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, 53 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end. Went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Three down. Switch.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Take four. Alert.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Forced out to it, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mike 5'9".
Rodgers now on first down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Jones, and an alley to run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
64. Switch it. Back one. Check 24.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Khalil Mack. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's put that team on the bus. Jim.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He finds Robinson. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Able to find Shaheen here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 33 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Switch gears. Sponge. No.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
He's there. He's there.
44 to Mike. 44.
Here, Mike.
You got to get the ball. Do you get the
Rodgers now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Throwing here, Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, that's Allison. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Rodgers to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. The Bears' 47-yard line.
Now Rodgers.
Push him back. Push him back.
Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He's back to throw. A throw caught by Kumaro. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
152 fighter.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Crosby with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
65.
One last shot for Trubisky. Completes it to Miller. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year.